Breaking today, Meghan Markle pushes back against her Diana death stunt in Paris. No wonder. Prince William, we're told, is so horrified, so mortified, so traumatized by his sister-in-law that he went white with horror when he learned what was going on. Oh, by the way, we've also found out from Prince Harry's spokesperson in the UK media what Meghan was actually laughing about during the Balenciaga show. It's not good.
At one point she sat on the front row and a model tripped and she burst out laughing. And then she realised that was obviously quite a cruel thing to do, so she sort of covered it up.
And it comes as there is international condemnation of her very egregiously obvious, twisted tribute to Diana, which we knew she was doing. So, from shoe to scoop, Prince William's fury. He reveals Prince William is livid beyond words after Meghan Markle posted a video lounging in a limo with her feet up while driving past the Paris tunnel where his mother, Princess Diana, died. William saw the clip and went white with anger, says one palace source. To him, it wasn't just bad taste, it was personal desecration. That tunnel is sacred ground. For Meghan to treat it like a selfie moment was the ultimate insult. According to insiders, the Prince of Wales immediately called aides to demand every copy of that footage be taken down. One royal staffer reveals he said it was grotesque. He couldn't believe she'd filmed herself near the very spot that destroyed his family. But others say William doesn't understand social media and that Meghan's post was meant to be artistic, not offensive. Still, the fallout has reopened deep wounds between the brothers. Harry's caught in the middle again, adds the source. He knows it looks bad, but is trying to calm things privately. Royal experts warn this could permanently end any hope of reconciliation. William sees it as disrespect, not just to his mother, but to her memory. The palace has declined to comment, but behind closed doors, tempers are at boiling point. And look, the thing is, we all know, those of us who've been following this for a long time, know what Meghan's game is, know that all of these stunts are planned. Look at this tweet, for example, from Gail, who said, I swear she pores over photos and videos of Princess Diana on the daily. Of course she does. I mean, we can see it and we know what she's doing. The British Prince wrote, Meghan Markle can clap back, but it's pointless. The public saw your desperate PR attempts to link yourself to Diana. Exhibit 1, you asked for a similar dress to hers to be made. You posted that video to try to evoke her ghost, but it backfired. Your obsession screams narcissism. And according to Taz added, honestly, she's unhinged and predictable. Filming herself yards away from the tunnel has backfired on her badly, whether she did it to wind up Harry or just for attention. It doesn't matter. She's shown how disrespectful and vindictive she can be time and again. And Sonia Patterson added actually that the PR stunts are inflicting pain and suffering on Princess Diana's fans, but seemed designed to target Harry and William, which I agree with. From the Royal News Network, Meghan Markle, with the help of Prince Harry, has endlessly compared herself to Princess Diana. She wanted the world to see patterns between herself and her mother-in-law, which is exactly what we are doing. Meghan has no right to complain about it now. Well, she may have no right, but of course, that's what she's done. Running to two of the most compliant and cucked media organisations in the country when it comes to royal matters, and two reporters who are prepared to regurgitate her nonsense, Jack Royston of Newsweek and Cameron Walker of GB News. So first to Newsweek, where Royston posted on X, Meghan was accused of insensitivity by the Daily Mail over a video in Paris near to the tunnel where Princess Diana died. I'm told, though, that it was the Mail who were the insensitive ones after the role the press played in Diana's death. Well, again, there she is perpetuating a lie. Something that is completely unproven, showing that what she does is manipulate and twist Prince Harry privately, regardless of what the facts are. Because, indeed, the press actually had nothing to do with the death of Princess Diana. No one of sound mind who's looked closely at the case understands that. And certainly the Daily Mail had nothing to do with it, given that the photographers who were trailing behind her car driven by a drunk driver, and I know there is consternation about exactly what happened that night, and we went into it in depth recently with Tom Sykes, and I am very open to the idea that the official inquiry hasn't given us all of the facts. But what I will say is that the press did not kill Princess Diana. And again, Royal News Network pushing back on this, saying Meghan knew exactly what she was doing with that video. For sources to backtrack now is beyond stupid. Given Harry and Meghan's obsession with Diana and always drawing parallels to her life, this is impossible to ignore. But this is the Newsweek story on this that is trying to play both sides at the moment. But we see you, Jack Royston. You're still regurgitating her bullshit even now, even though you know she's lying. The headline, Meghan Markle's Paris video sparks Princess Diana debate. And he writes, critics on social media accused Meghan of insensitivity, and the story featured on the front page of the Sussex's old tabloid nemesis, the Daily Mail. A Sussex source, so this is coming directly via Meghan Markle, told Newsweek she did not know the underpass was nearby and pointed to the role the British tabloids played in Diana's death. So it's like, not my fault, Gov, look the other way. The Sussex source said the Daily Mail throwing out a line about insensitivity is a bit rich. They have chosen at a complete stretch, I might add, to draw the most tenuous link between an Instagram post and the death of Harry's mother. That, for me, is the insensitive bit. The source pointed out Harry is currently suing the Mail on allegations of historic phone hacking. Don't we know it? With the trial due in January, the newspaper denies the allegation. The Sussex source added, it's a beautiful part of Paris, right by the river. The bridge is lit up. She's driving through Paris. She's taken a picture of the nighttime Parisian skyline, and the Mail has chosen to try to turn this into some kind of Machiavellian message. That's the insensitive part in all of this. Heaven forbid anyone thinks Meghan Markle is Machiavellian. The woman who falsely claimed that the royal family was racist as Prince Philip and the late Queen Elizabeth II lie dying. Heaven forbid. But GB News totally sucked into this propaganda from the Sussex team as well. Say Meghan Markle's camp's furious at the speculation surrounding her Paris post. Honestly, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid do you have to be? She knew what she was doing. This is one of the most sophisticated media manipulators in the world. She exited the hotel, having studied the way that Princess Diana exited the hotel in the CCTV footage on the night of her death. And she then put her feet up as she was driving through the streets just like Diana was before her death. Come on, wake up. Don't buy this propaganda. But GB News, my former employer, disappointingly did. Those close to Meghan Markle, they report, were left furious over claims that a recent Instagram post from Paris was intended to reference the late Diana, GB News understands. The footage quickly drew attention on social media, with users debating whether the post was a deliberate nod to the late royal. However, GB News understands that those close to the Duchess were angered by the suggestion that there was any hidden meaning or symbolism behind the video. The reaction has been described as unfair and unwarranted, with Meghan's camp insisting the post was simply a snapshot of a Parisian evening shared during the Duchess's first European visit in 2 years. While the reaction to her Paris post gained traction online, Meghan's camp maintains that the Duchess was simply sharing moments from her evening in the city. Those close to her have dismissed the speculation as exaggerated or misleading, stressing that the footage reflected nothing more than the lights of Paris on a Saturday night. What night in Paris? Princess Diana driving around? Think about that. Seriously, think about that. And then GB News decided to drag out Meghan Markle's new propagandist, Charlotte Griffith, who effectively these days is Prince Harry's representative in the UK press. But even she really struggled to defend the actions of the fake Duchess watch. Can you believe that more than half of you are watching this video but not subscribed? So please do me a huge favor, click the subscribe button now, turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to all of our brand new Outspoken videos.
But I think people are very quick to jump on the anti-Meghan bandwagon. Yeah. And of course, she will be over there thinking, this is so unfair, I can't do anything right, I suppose. I mean, what I did find very interesting was that she met with Anna Wintour. Now, that is a big change for her because she has not spoken to Anna Wintour pretty much in her whole kind of celebrity career. And they've never really got on. And apparently Anna Wintour didn't really like her because she's a big monarchist. And she's never given her a cover of Vogue or invited her to her famous Met Gala event. So I found that very, very interesting. So she got a kiss on the cheek. And the other person that got a kiss on the cheek was the lead designer at Balenciaga, who Meghan has a friendship with. And it was very awkward because he tried to do the French kiss, 2 kisses on each cheek, and she slightly didn't get it right, and it was all very awkward. So she did seem a little bit out of place in Paris, if I'm going to be honest. She seemed a bit nervous, and at one point she sat on the front row and a model tripped and she burst out laughing. And then she realised that was obviously quite a cruel thing to do, so she sort of covered it up. So, but she was quite poised, but I think she was a little bit nervous there.
So remember, that's someone who is trying to defend Meghan Markle's behaviour. It blows your mind. I mean, she's a mean girl. She was giggling like a little mean girl bully as that model fell over. And of course, Marcus Anderson is saying, what the hell are you doing? But at least Kristen Scott Thomas didn't buy into her bullshit. Watch this analysis from the brilliant body language guy.
One of the cringiest moments of Balenciaga and Meghan was when she was completely ignored by Dame Kristen Scott. You are seeing it right now in real time. Meghan is about to give her speech of the dishwasher soap from her 11-year-old, anecdote. And no, Kristen Scott say, you know what? I'm out of here. And she very elegantly says, I'm trying to slide here, ignore, pretend like she doesn't exist. And we can see there's a better angle here. See that Meghan was so amazed. And Kristen Scott say, you know what? I'm out of here. I don't want anybody to be taking pictures or a video of me next to her. No, not in this lifetime. What would you have done?
And Link Lauren says this is just proof that this woman is the ultimate disaster tourist.
She's doing this deliberately. Okay, this is a sociopathic woman, in my opinion. She's probably trying to trigger Harry. She's probably trying to drum up attention, maybe for this Princess Diana documentary. Maybe she's working on this Diana documentary. She's out doing research. Maybe she's doing her own research in the field. Sorry, I'm laughing. But she's out doing research in the field. But no, Meghan Markle is so full of crap. She is such... I'm sorry, but Meghan Markle, she's just really full of crap to be riding around Paris at night with her legs up in the back of a car, knowing your husband's mother famously died in the back of a car without a seatbelt on, allegedly, in Paris. So that's who Meghan Markle is. She's a disaster tourist.
And of course, there's another aspect to this, a showbiz aspect, that Meghan Markle is actually trying to push Kim Kardashian out of Balenciaga, which is quite an odd move, given the Kardashians are some of the only celebrities who have stayed loyal to her since her move to Montecito. But Shooter reports Paris isn't big enough for both of them. Sources tell Shooter Scoop that Meghan Markle is quietly maneuvering to replace Kim Kardashian as the new face of Balenciaga. Fresh off her $1 Million Fashion Week debut, Meghan has reportedly made her ambitions crystal clear. She wants the crown and the contract, says one insider. She thinks her royal image gives the brand more prestige than Kim's reality TV fame ever could. Kim, of course, has been Balenciaga's golden girl since 2024 and the Characters campaign, which helped restore the brand's credibility. Kim stood by them when nobody else would, notes one PR veteran. For Meghan to try and edge her out, that's bold, even for royalty. Insiders say the creative director, Piccololi, is torn between the two icons. Kim brings buzz, Meghan brings class, but Balenciaga can't serve two queens, laughs one fashion source. If Meghan wins this battle, expect a new era of elegance for the label and one very icy front row next season. But all of this just shows, doesn't it, that Meghan Markle has no loyalty to anyone. And it's really interesting when you think about all of her actions on this trip and all of the carnage that she has caused on this trip. Well, Dr. G, who is one of the world's top body language and psychological experts, believes this proves Meghan's profound lack of empathy.
So it's interesting that her left foot started to lift and then she ended up swapping because she wants to give people the idea that she's feeling very confident right now. She's very happy with exactly what she's doing, and she feels very good about this video that she's filming right now. So the first question is she aware that she's in fact near the tunnel where Princess Diana passed away? I want you to think about this. Imagine a spouse, a best friend, anybody that you're close to that's had an incredibly tragic loss in their life. Would you not remember those details if this is somebody you cared about? Would you not think about that every time the city that this person passed away came up? Would you not associate that with this person? So it seems almost impossible that she doesn't have an overt awareness of where she is. That just doesn't make any sense. So for anybody that thinks that she just doesn't know, she doesn't go to Paris often, she's not aware of that, that seems highly, highly implausible. But let's just say for argument's sake, she doesn't realize that. That would suggest such a profound lack of empathy, a profound lack of self-awareness, a profound amount of self-absorption to truly not even think about those things. So if it was just, she just didn't think about it, that's just as bad as if she had, frankly. So the second question is, why post this at all? What's the purpose of it? So clearly she's trying to show herself in luxury, putting her feet up, relaxing. That's oftentimes what we associate this way of sitting with, is it's a way to relax. And so why is it that she felt the need to show this? And it's not like she took a selfie with somewhere that was famous or something that she wanted people to see. She literally focused on her feet. So why post this at all? And I think it's because she is rebellious. That's something we've seen over and over again. When she's told, you shouldn't do that, this is the wrong thing to do, she's going to say, that's exactly why I'm going to do this. I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to intentionally be disrespectful because that's what I can do. I'm important enough to do these things. I don't have to follow conventions. I do what I want. I think that's the message here.
Well, it might be. It may well be. And this is why, actually, I think Prince William is completely right in his horror. And the fact that actually this is now time, finally, for King Charles to just say enough. As Tori Bakahai posted, the ridiculous Meghan Markle is cosplaying a serious fashionista in Paris tonight on behalf of Balenciaga, a label that was accused of promoting crimes against children. Isn't it about time that UK royalty severed all links with Markle, including removing her title? Especially given, by the way, Meghan's play here is all about herself. It's all financial. It's all about reinvention. It's all about securing an invite to the Met Gala and a Vogue cover. Tom Sykes had some interesting analysis on The Royalist, writing, palace officials, though, are uneasy. If they really plan to spend more time here, one former courtier told me, it changes everything. It puts them back in the frame. And that's not what anyone expected. Tom Sykes writes, what once looked like a clean break between the Sussexes and the rest of the world now feels blurred. Meghan remains every inch a duchess. Her title still confers an extra sheen that makes her a serious media figure. Her Paris appearance, unveiled to millions through Instagram Reels, carried all the signatures of the Sussex operation. Celebrity carefully softened by friendship, purpose and creativity. Every image, the tailored white suit, the chapeaued car, the candlelit after party was part of the same message that she is relevant, perhaps even indispensable, on a continent where her in-laws still dominate the stage. Inside the palace, this will be read as something much larger than a night out in Paris. Harry's recent London trip already signalled a tentative wish to reconnect. With the King's health an open question, Meghan's sudden visibility on European soil only deepens the sense that the couple are re-establishing a presence they once swore off. For courtiers, trying to keep the monarchy's focus elsewhere, that prospect is unnerving. And it is unnerving. And it's why King Charles needs to take stronger action. And by the way, Tom Sykes had a fascinating conversation with his sister on his Substack, The Royalist. And his sister is a serious figure in the fashion world, a contributing editor for many years to Vogue magazine. And while she's pretty much in Team Sussex, it is so interesting to see what the motivations here are for Meghan Markle. And I repeat, the motivations are get that Met Gala invite, make the big fashion money, and get Anna Wintour to put me on the cover of Vogue. Watch. But first, you know how often I talk about the need for free speech to be protected, but I've been increasingly thinking of the need too for personal protection from snoopers, from bad actors, from hackers, all online. And I'm delighted to tell you I've found the fail-safe solution. And this virtual private network, or VPN, is a life changer when it comes to providing you entertainment and information from anywhere in the world, wherever you are. So I want to introduce you to Surfshark, an incredible, easy-to-use service that encrypts all your internet traffic, meaning your online activity stays safe so you can shop, you can stream, you can browse, you can conduct your banking in complete privacy online. But the benefits of Surfshark go way beyond keeping you safe. It also allows you to access your favorite entertainment and news shows and international streaming services like Hulu, iPlayer, HBO Max, Peacock, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and if your favorite shows are geo-blocked, within seconds, you can be watching as if you're in another country. Really helpful, by the way, for traveling for work or on holiday. I did this recently when I went to Barbados. I could still get all of my favorite content from home using Surfshark, including sports. Plus, it's an insurance policy against creeping censorship in so many countries, which do block particular services like Rumble, for example. What Surfshark allows you to do is watch anything, anytime, anywhere. True freedom. Plus, and I didn't know this, a VPN can save you money, because you can get the best deals from websites that actually change their prices depending on which part of the world you are buying from. You can use Surfshark on unlimited devices, meaning your entire household can stay safe with just one subscription. And there are over 3,200 servers in over 100 countries, meaning a world of choice is at your fingertips with 24/7 customer service if this is your first time using a VPN. So go to surfshark.com/outspoken for an extra 4 months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price. And this is super important. Surfshark is so confident that it is the best VPN in the world that you can give it a try for a full 30 days. And if you're not entirely satisfied, you will get your money back. So go to surfshark.com/outspoken right now for an extra 4 months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price. But now, back to the show.
She's up there with one of the chicest designers she could possibly be sort of paired with, which of course that adjacency makes her look chic. Now, I think Meghan is a bit bored of doing Martha Stewart, look, and wants to be chic suddenly, wants to be in the fashion firmament. I mean, what did you think about the Anna Wintour interchange?
Well, again, I thought that was really interesting, wasn't it? That does that? I was going to ask you as well. I mean, is that the precursor to getting invited to the Met Ball or anything like that? I mean, does it? It'd be interesting to see Meghan on the steps. You can wearing this, you can see she could do it. I mean, she could do it. She could do the Met Ball.
And think about the publicity she'd bring. But my question is this a precursor? Oh, look, hang on. Is Balenciaga really a step up from Valentino for PPP? Good question. That's one of the questions. My answer to that is that Balenciaga is a Paris house, and you've got to go to Paris to finish it. Yes, it's a Paris house, much older than Valentino. Someone says clever. Anyway, Maggie, big fashion fan. So what I'd say is it? Yes, I'm sure she'll be invited to the Met Ball, I have no doubt. But what she wants is the cover of Vogue. So that's the prize, right? That's the golden turkey. That is, the cover of American Vogue. It's the Nike, it's the Coca-Cola of magazines. It means you made it.
Our Angela Levin with us in just one moment. But before we get to that, I just think it is really important to remind everyone, okay? Balenciaga, the mainstream media, Anna Wintour, Vogue, the reason why Meghan Markle is a toxic brand and the most hated celebrity in the world, and courtesy of the royal grift. Here is a list of reasons why Meghan Markle is disliked so much. Let's just remember this to all of the propagandists, to GB News, to Newsweek. 1, bullied 3-year-old Prince Charlotte. 2, attacked the royal family on Oprah while Philip was dying in hospital. 3, stole the Queen's childhood name. 4, faked New York car chase to trigger Harry. 5, made veiled threat against the royal family in the Cut interview. 6, made the Queen's deathbed about herself, causing members of the royal family to miss the last few moments of her life. 7, pestered Charles about giving her invisible children Prince and Princess titles immediately after the Queen passed. 8, purposefully ruined Charles's private moment to receive his mother at Buckingham Palace. 9, mocked and trashed 70 years of the late Queen's legacy for Netflix. 10. Exploited dead children from mass shootings. 11. Exploited injured veterans. 12. Exploited fire victims. 13. Exploited refugees, youth and black people. 14. Exploited parents losing children to suicide. 15. Exploited Diana and trashed her memory. 16. Destroyed Harry's relationship with his brother. 70. Destroyed Archie and little Betty's lives before they have even had the chance to live. 18. Destroyed the mental health of people abused and bullied by herself and her paid online terrorist militia. 19. Lied about everything. Childhood, Megxit, pregnancies. And now number 20. Filming in the Paris tunnel near where her mother-in-law died to gaslight Harry and all of the UK. The late Queen was right. Meghan is evil. To our Royal Mastermind, Prince Harry's biographer, Angela Levin, who has her own take on the events of the weekend. Angela, you go.
Oh, it's shocking. Yeah, I can go. I mean, from the start, because I just think she is a revolting human being who likes to destroy. From the beginning, I thought that. People thought I was crazy, but first time I met her, I thought, poor old Harry. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you think, why did she go to Paris? You know, she won't come to London, but she'll go to Paris. Why does she think that it's safer? It isn't. That's that. How can she be so pompous and phony, the way she walks and wearing a dress that is absolutely like the late Diana, is just appalling. And you can see that she's got this sort of pout on her lips now, that she's so important and, you know, everything about her is absolutely wonderful. And I thought as well that you know, she hasn't even yet spoke to her father. She had plenty of time. He was on the 19th floor of a place in Philippines, and although he didn't actually get damaged by the earthquake, she makes sure we know about everything. Even she's got a sort of cup of tea going, and she hasn't said a word about him, and she's not even caring. He might need money to come out, it might be sent food to him, but this is her, you know. She's not interested in him whatsoever, which I think is just terrible. And I think that actually she did the trip absolutely on purpose. We do know over quite a long time now that Meghan organises everything very, very carefully. It's not just spontaneous, I'm just going to do this. So if she was going to go back to her hotel, which wasn't near where Diana died, why did she want to go that way? Why did she want to take photographs of herself? That's completely unnecessary. If she felt she really desperately wanted to see that place because she'd never been there, then she could have just seen it, nobody would know, and it would just be a quiet piece of information for her. But to take photographs of herself, which she's doing more and more, is appalling and definitely done. I mean, it is there. You also didn't have any form of being careful in the car. She was leaning forward. She had her legs shown quite a lot because what she wanted to show that she was relaxing. And then she saw that terrible tunnel. And I just think I agree that William, I mean, she's not been my mother, but I feel exactly the same. I feel it's completely and utterly horrid. And of course, it is just to do something to Harry, destroy him, make him feel awful. We know that he said in Spare that I got the closure, which was going to see her mother in the tunnel. I was pretending to see. I got it in spades, and now I'd never be able to get over it, get rid of it. I thought driving the tunnel would bring an end or brief cessation to the pain, the decade of unrelenting pain. Indeed, it's brought on the start of pain, part deux.
Indeed.
So she knows that.
She knows. She
and
knows.
What's she doing about that for him? She's bringing it back. so that she can stir it and she can talk about it and bring it up. That's what she does. She won't let him forget. I don't mean that in a good way, that, you know, enough years have passed, try and let's go forward. I don't mean that. I mean, she wants it to keep making him ill. And I think that's exactly what she'd done. And all those people, I must say, all the people who think that she just wanted to do it because she wanted to go around and see a bit at Palace. I mean, it is just appalling that they can't actually see that she is genuinely revolting.
Exactly.
I
It's a
don't
Saturday
understand.
night. It's a Saturday night in Paris.
Yes.
The choreography was exactly the same choreography that Princess Diana experienced on the night that she died. Don't be so stupid. Don't be so naive. And Angela, I just wanted to show you this clip because look very closely at Meghan Markle's face here when one of the photographers, when she's arriving back at the hotel, sort of makes the point with Meghan by using one word, security, security, and she turns around as if looks could kill because she's been rumbled. Watch this.
Meghan, security, what you doing, security? Thank you so much, Meghan.
See that, Angela?
Yeah. She thought, oh my goodness, you know, terrible. But I also thought that maybe she's doing this because she wants to have film so that would be able to put her in the series that they're going to do about Diana. Netflix have offered to
Exactly.
do that. And she doesn't think she can be there because she wasn't around there. She didn't meet her. But if she's got herself in a taxi in the dark on a Saturday at the same place, she can actually try and get on it because she won't let Harry just do it by himself. We know that.
Well, Angela,
So
I go one step further. I believe what she wanted to happen, it didn't happen, but what she wanted to happen was for some photographers to follow her. You see where I'm going with this. Do you remember what she did in New York? When she
yes.
filmed it on her mobile phone, then used it in the Netflix series. I'm not talking about the second New York trip with the fake car chase. I'm talking about the first one where she filmed it, put it in the Netflix series. She would have loved that. She would have absolutely loved that. She was looking for a moment. You are completely right, Angela Levin, our Royal Mastermind. Thank you so much.
I
And of
also
course-
think,
Oh, sorry.
can
you
I
go.
just finish?
Please.
I think there's another thing. And if she does this, they will pay her for the trip. So that will have been a very good thing too. You know, she's gone over there.
Oh, it's all about the money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always about the money, Angela Levin. Thank you so much. And of course, if you do want full access to our Royal Uncancelled After Show, twice the length of what you've just watched, then become a part of my Substack community at www.outspoken.live. Paid monthly and annual subscribers get first access, either live or on demand, whichever you prefer, to the Royal Uncancelled After Show, Monday to Friday, with no advertising whatsoever. But it's such an important community for me. Free speech focus, protection from lawfare there. You can message me direct. I've had a few people actually say, is that really you, Dan? Or is that just some type of AI bot responding to me? No, if you get a message from me on my Substack and you're a subscriber, trust me, you're talking to me direct, okay? That I promise you. www.outspoken.live is the address. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.